Hey guys, Rexasaur here, and welcome to the final episode of Showcase, where I will be showcasing my final 40k army that I'm willing to show you, which is my Tyranids. So, little kind of, not spoiler, what's the word I'm looking for? Or whatever, little warning I guess. These are just spray painted. There are there's one model that is fully painted, and two that are in the process of being painted / glued. And the rest are just sprayed so that they look not plastic. So there might be some confusion. When you look at them, it'll be like, fuck me, that's a lot of black. And it's like, yeah, it's a lot of black. But yeah, I really like Tyranids for their aesthetic. Personally, I think the lore is a bit shit. Not because the actual, what it is, and the fluff behind it and all the good stuff. But because I really don't like the idea of the Tyranids. But that's probably why I like them aesthetically. The fact is the Tyranids are basically, have arrived from a different galaxy and are going to devour the world. And the world by I mean the whole galaxy. So yeah, that's not really cool. So it really annoys me, the fact that it's like, well, in the end, if 40k didn't, because the way that 40k universe is that it's at a standstill. So there's all these battles going on, but the time doesn't actually tick on. So we don't know who's going to win. It's at a state of constant balance. And the thing is, the Tyranids are one of the people who are probably going to come out on top, which is shit. It's between the Tyranids, Chaos, and Necrons, so whatever. So that's why I don't like the Tyranids. But I love the Tyranids because of their aesthetic, the way they look. They are beautiful models. And you will see now. Here's my Tyranid army. As you can see, it's a massive horde army, because that's what it is. I have a fuck ton of them. At the back, you can probably see straight away the Hive Tyrant is not glued. His wings are not glued on yet, but he's basically going to be a flying Hive Tyrant. I'm currently in the process of painting him so that I can finally glue him on afterwards. He's bloody sexy. We also have my Pride, my Turvgon. My brother painted him. He looks insane. He plays on the tabletop a bit shit. So yeah, I fucking adore this model, and my brother absolutely adores it too. When I bought my Tyranids, I bought them off one of our friends down at club, about one more Warhammer club, and my brother had already painted this, and he was just so excited to finally get his hand on the Tyranids so that you can paint them. We also have a Carnifex. This used to be, back in the day, this used to be the biggest model Games Workshop did. Yeah, okay. But this is just this is an anti-tank basher kind of thing. He's got an anti-infantry weapon as well, as anti-tank stuff. We also have a Turvgon. Now this thing is fucking sexy because you obviously can't really see, but underneath is kind of a pouch, and out is coming out a little dude. This is like a brood mother, and it basically spews out these guys. These are my Turvgons. I've got 40 of them. I have 40 of everything. These are really shit, but they've got guns, and you shoot a lot of the bullets, someone's going to die. We then have Homogaunts, which are basically exactly the same, but without the guns, and so they have slashy weapons. Now one of the things that annoys me about the Tyranids is that they suck on the tabletop. They're actually one of the worst armies. Because they haven't been updated in a long time, they've sort of fallen behind what everyone else does. We then have Genestealers. These are ridiculously good. They're basically, think of them as ninja assassin killy stuff. They got 4 arms. Each arm is ridiculous. They got I think 5 attacks on the charge. We also have a Broodlord leading them. Broodlord is like a small Psyker, Psyker being a magic wielder, who basically leads all these guys, gives them buff and ridiculousness. We then have 2 units of 3 warriors. These are kind of the mainstay of the army, but they're really weak. Which, once again, only weak because they used to be really strong. All of these units used to be actually really decent. Especially the Carnifex and the Genestealers and the Homogaunts used to actually be really decent. But with the coming of new updates and new army books, these have just gotten steadily weaker. Not because they've been debuffed, but because everything has gotten stronger. Little power creep going on, and these haven't sort of caught up yet, which is a bit of a shame. We also have 5 Rippers just because they're sexy and they came with a box. They're really shit. And we have my favourite models, which has to be the Zoanthropes. Now Zoanthropes, Hef will know this, are ridiculously fun to play on against in Dawn of War 2. They're basically psychic worms. They lead your army and they buff your army up. They also have a very devastating psychic lance attack, which can destroy massive tanks very, very quickly. I've also got Neurothrope, which is one of the sort of main leaders. His power affects a unit, and then I think the unit has to take some kind of test, and however many they fail by, that's how many they lose, and he generates more psychic points from that, so he just does it again and again and again. It gets a bit ridiculous. And then we have some sexy warriors. I like these. I like these from a close-up because it just looks like a massive horde. Look at it. I cannot wait to have these all painted. But they just look like a massive horde. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot the harpies. Probably a bunch of you will be like, what about the harpies? These are basically flying, or gargoyles. They're not harpies, they're gargoyles. Ah, remember their names. They're flying version of a Termagant. They're literally exactly the same. This guy's missing a head because it didn't. He actually missed a head in the box. But yeah, these are just flying the thing. Flying versions of them, right. But yeah, I adore the Tyranids. They look so cool. It just sucks that they play really shit. They're very easy to counter. You just take a flame weapon and they're all dead. Because they have no saves, but I love this model. I love all my models. But yeah, so that is all my Warhammer, bar the Necrons, I'm not showing you, and the High Elves because they're just ridiculous. In the terms of, like, they are just broken, and by which I mean they are broken. Not like their rules are broken, although their rules are slightly broken, but that's not the point. So I hope you enjoyed these small videos. I know there's not a lot of Warhammer. I mean, you saw my Skaven, which is what I'm really excited about, and I adore my Skaven. But when it comes to the tabletop, as much, like, I adore Skaven on the tabletop for Warhammer, but I adore the world of 40k more, and more people play 40k, so whatever. But Skaven are just so good. But Tyranids are also so sexy. I mean, Tyranids, it's funny because Tyranids play a lot like Skaven in terms of just throw masses at people, and then when they're sort of done, just magic them to death. And that's pretty much how Skaven work. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.